Hey Kiwi Kids, it's Deb, and do I have a story for you? I'd never been inside a church before. I noticed a big cross on one wall and a world map on the other. I wondered if kids were made to learn geography or something. There was a stage up the front and a big screen hanging from the ceiling. Between the seats, cameras were set up on platforms, and at the back was a big black sound desk with computers. And that's where I sat with Usher, touching every button and slide control because it drove Usher crazy. Will you please leave the controls alone? Calm down, Usher, I said. Remember where you are. What's happening now? They're going to run through the play The Prodigal Son, said Usher. What's that? The word prodigal means wasteful or reckless, said Usher. So the play could be called The Wasteful Son or The Reckless Son. Well, why don't they just say that then? Usher slumped over the controls and covered his head with a clipboard.
Jesus told them another story. Once, a man had 2 sons. The younger son said to his father, "Give me my share of the property." So the father divided his property between his 2 sons. Not long after that, the younger son packed up everything he owned and left for a foreign country, where he wasted all his money in wild living. He had spent everything when a bad famine spread through that whole land. Soon, he had nothing to eat. He went to work for a man in that country, and the man sent him out to take care of his pigs. He would have been glad to eat what the pigs were eating. No one gave him a thing. Finally, he came to his senses and said, "My father's workers have plenty to eat, and here I am, starving to death. I will go to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against God in heaven and against you. I am no longer good enough to be called your son. Treat me like one of your workers.'" The younger son got up and started back to his father. But when he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt sorry for him. He ran to his son and hugged him and kissed him. The son said, "Father, I have sinned against God in heaven and against you. I am no longer good enough to be called your son." But his father said to his servants, "Hurry, bring the best clothes and put them on him. Give him a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet. Get the best calf and prepare it so we can eat and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, but has now come back to life. He was lost and now has been found." And they began to celebrate.
After the rehearsal, we all walked back to the Figs. I'd been pretty impressed by the play, and I couldn't shut up about it. "That son was an idiot," I said. "But the father was a nice old bloke, wasn't he?" "He was too nice. I wouldn't have taken that son back. I would have told him to get lost. He wasted everything. I would have told him to go back and eat with the pigs. What a loser." Something made Usher snap. "Spud, don't you understand anything?" he said. "What do you mean, Usher?" "The younger son in the play is you." "I don't even have a dad." "What Anthony means," said Tom, "is that the son in the play represents people. The dad represents Father God. People leave God. They live reckless lives until they're homeless. But Father God, like the dad, is watching and waiting for people to come home. And when the son does come home, everything is forgiven. It's the same with Father God. When people come home to him, everything is forgiven. Why would God do that? I asked him. Because he loves us, Spud, said Tom. He wants us to come home. I didn't even know I'd left. We all have, bro, said Jono. What? Even Usher? Yes, said Anthony. Even someone of my superior intelligence. I didn't know what to say. I remember thinking, I'm just like a homeless street kid, and I didn't even know it. Hey Kiwi Kids, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.